I have a question. So I'm with BMI. I have an IPI number with my name, Allison Hawkins. I was in the song camp and I was told I had to have a publisher's number, which, by the way, you don't have to have with BMI, but I got one. Can I now put more than one artist under my Penn Music Publishing IPI number? Yes, you can. So this is the thing with the publishing companies, with your PRO. You can, however, that writer, that artist, writer, producer, say you do some type of publishing deal with them, you're collecting the publishing through Penn Music Publishing. You can only register BMI writers under your BMI publishing account. So if you want to represent and be the publisher for writers outside of BMI, i.e. ASCAP, SESAC, you would have to register as a publisher with ASCAP and SESAC as well. Now, this is the fun part. This is the tricky, weird part. Technically, it would be the same publishing company. However, you would have to select a different name to register with ASCAP and SESAC. So it wouldn't be able to be Penn Music Publishing, the title, the name, with ASCAP and SESAC. It would have to be like, one would have to be like Music Penn Publishing, or the other one could be Penn Publishing. You know what I mean? So it has to be a little bit different. But the way I did it was they all point to the same publishing company, but I just did like a DBA. I just filed like a couple DBAs. Once I finalized like which one was accepted with each PRO, then I just did it that way, and then we were good to go. But the short answer is yes. As long as it's a BMI writer, you can put them under Penn Music Publishing. What's up? Zimzada is in the building. Okay, here we go. Have you ever got a track or tracks pulled from music supervisors through Disco? And if so, did they message you with an offer? No, I was just talking about this with a TV placement mastery student. I have not tried it, and I think I will because I'm curious. I haven't tried the whole Disco discovery thing where like music supervisors can like just license your music directly. But I'm gonna go in and set that up. I got to go through the tracks and see what I have that would be available that's like non-exclusive, and then put that out there because I'm curious. And if anybody else has experience with having music supervisors reach out to you directly through Disco, drop it in the chat. Let us know. If you're inside Sync Producer Hub, drop it in a post, because I'm curious and see if anybody has gotten anything through that whole discovery thing. So it's like I don't know, it opens, I guess it's like a whole, it just allows them to search for stuff according to, just think of it as like just a massive library of Disco for everybody who like puts their music in the pool to be discovered by supervisors. We got a question, says about after getting placements, do you track those on your own outside of the Q sheets? And if so, how do you do it? Excel, Google Sheets, some other service? No, like at this point, I don't. Like it's just too much. Like I'll wait till the Q sheets come in. Usually that's when I'll find out about it. Q sheets, or obviously if it's like a music supervisor situation, usually you know about the placement because you're going back and forth and doing paperwork and stuff like that. So I'll find out about those pretty quick. And then like the TV stuff, the background music stuff, I usually just wait till that comes through the PRO. If I'm working with a new company and I want to see if these tracks work at some point, I'll upload those to like tunesat.com just to track them. And then after that, I just submit it and forget it pretty much. And then just let stuff surprise me for the most part every quarter when Q sheets come in. But yeah, outside of that, I don't really. And then once I see the Q sheets through SESAC, we'll download those Q sheets, and then my team will upload stuff on IMDb for credibility purposes. But That's about it. Today's video is brought to you by TV Placement Mastery. This is my high-level coaching program for producers to fast-track you to your first licensing deal within 90 days. Now, this is an invite-only program, so you have to apply, and I only work with a few producers at a time. So just go to tvplacementmastery.com or click the link in the description to apply. Allison always eating good over there. She says, hubby making his awesome fried pork chops. Listen, we are taking this entire stream and setting up at Allison's crib. They always eating good over there. RealCrafter versus Disco. I have RealCrafter and I love it because it lets you see who opened the link and how long they listen. But Disco is the industry standard. Should I switch? Ooh, that's a good question. I know a few people who use RealCrafter, and RealCrafter was a sponsor of Shades of Sync, which is happening. shadesofsync.com tickets are on sale and they're like half the price from last year. Get that. That was just shameless plug. It's a conference where we get to meet in person and give you crazy gems. It's gonna be fire this year too. Like, we got a new venue, some dope speakers, some dope topics. So yeah, shadesofsync.com. But RealCrafter is dope. Like, they got a couple fire features that definitely help them stand out. As far as switching, honestly, I would only switch if it came down to convenience in terms of clients I was working with and publishers I was working with, right? So if I had a handful of publishers and every time they hit me up, they're like, yo, submit through Disco, or here's our, if it just made things easier, significantly easier, then I would say, yeah, switch. But if RealCrafter's getting the job done, I say just stick with it, especially if you have a lot of music on there and it's just easier for you to create your playlist. I think they function the same. And even with Disco, like with the publishers I know that even use Disco, a lot of times they send us their Disco inbox to just drag and drop files into. So even if you don't have a Disco and publishers are using Disco, it's still like a drag and drop situation. And then if you are sharing links and they're asking you for links, RealCrafter absolutely gets the job done. So I would probably just stick with it just because I like simplicity and convenience, I guess. And then I would only switch if like RealCrafter was creating headaches exchanging music between both parties. That's what I would say. But I think they're both dope platforms. Better than SoundCloud. Better than SoundCloud and attaching WAV files through mail and Google Drive. I've even seen Apple like iCloud stuff. So yeah. Yes, not samples, my creations, but the same beat, just formatted for sync instead of a song. Oh yeah. So now, are these beats already used and licensed to other artists and productions and things like that? Or are they just, these are just songs that haven't been placed or anything yet? If they haven't been placed or anything yet, yeah, you can just restructure it, pitch it for sync, 100%. If they have been used or they have been licensed, like I know some producers, they may have a beat store and they're like, yo, I want to take all these beats and just restructure them and then pitch them for sync. But these beats have also been licensed non-exclusively to a bunch of other people. To that, I would say no, don't do that. That would definitely create some headaches. Yeah, let's see. Let me catch up. To make it clear, selling an instrumental on BeatStars, but then rearrange. Oh yeah. So I would not do that. Because that would create some headaches. Now, I will say this: if the beats, and I have done this, if you only had the beats available for non-exclusive licensing on, or non-exclusive leases on BeatStars, you could take those and then I've uploaded tracks like that on Pond 5 to be licensed non-exclusively, and maybe some other stock music sites. I've done that because in that situation, nobody's asking for exclusivity. It's non-exclusive across the board, and it's on a platform where it's just stock music, right? It's nothing super deep or serious, and I'm not gonna run into an exclusive issue where somebody's just like, oh, like we needed exclusive rights to this, but then this popped up in all these other different places and who owns what, blah, blah, blah. So that is the only way I would do that to get the most use out of it.